Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're tackling a story that's sending shockwaves through the cybersecurity world. CrowdStrike, a name synonymous with top-tier security, is cutting 5% of its workforce. That's right, folks, hundreds of jobs are on the line, and the reason they're giving is AI. Are you feeling a little uneasy? You should be. This isn't just about one company. It's a potential sign of a massive shift coming to the entire tech landscape. The big question is, are your jobs safe? Are you ready for the AI revolution or displacement? For those unfamiliar, CrowdStrike isn't some fly-by-night startup. These are the guys who investigate major breaches, the ones you call when your network is under attack. They're a major player, and their decisions carry weight. They became a household name, ironically, after a massive global IT outage last year caused by a faulty software update. Think about the irony. The company you trust to prevent outages caused one. Now they're cutting jobs and blaming AI. Let's break down what's happening. According to recent filings, CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz announced the cuts, affecting around 500 positions globally. In a note to staff, Kurtz directly attributed the cuts, in part, to AI efficiency. He stated that AI is reshaping every industry, accelerating threats, and evolving customer needs. He added that AI flattens our hiring curve and helps us innovate from idea to product faster, also claiming it drives efficiencies across both the front and back office. Basically, they're saying AI is doing the work of humans, and they don't need as many people anymore. Other reasons mentioned were market demand for sustained growth and expanding the product offering. The company expects to incur up to $53 million in costs related to these layoffs. But is this the full story? Is AI really the culprit, or is something else going on? Let's look at the numbers. CrowdStrike reported revenue of $1 billion for the fourth financial quarter of 2025, a 25% increase compared to the same quarter in 2024. That sounds great, right? But here's the catch. They also reported a loss of $92 million. So, while revenue is up, they're still losing money. This is where things get interesting. Are they really streamlining with AI, or are they using AI as a convenient excuse to cut costs and appease investors? Remember that outage last year? That definitely didn't help their bottom line or their reputation. This might be related to the competitive pressure from companies like Palo Alto Networks, who are aggressively trying to steal market share. The pressure is on to improve profitability. Experts are already raising eyebrows. Aaron McEwen, Vice President of Research and Advisory at Gartner, is skeptical, stating he gets suspicious when companies announce AI efficiencies close to reduced revenue forecasts. He suggests it could be a way to justify workforce reductions due to financial issues, or to signal to investors that better times are coming. He emphasizes that companies are under pressure to show returns on their massive AI investments. The productivity gains expected from AI simply aren't materializing as quickly as hoped. Gartner research shows that less than half of employees are using AI in their jobs, and only a tiny 8% are using AI tools to improve productivity. So, is CrowdStrike jumping the gun? Or are they genuinely seeing significant AI-driven productivity gains? Toby Walsh, a professor of artificial intelligence at the University of New South Wales, calls CrowdStrike's announcement pretty tone-deaf, especially after the outage last year. He suggests that redeploying that 5% of the workforce to emergency response and bug fixing would have been a much better look. He predicts we'll see more of these announcements in the future, putting it bluntly. More profits for companies, less work for workers. He argues that we should learn from the first industrial revolution and stand in solidarity to use these savings to improve the quality and quantity of work for everyone. This is a crucial point. Are we heading towards a future where AI benefits only the corporations, or can we ensure that it benefits everyone? Neosha Shafiabadi, an associate professor in computational intelligence at the Australian Catholic University, offers a starker perspective. AI job replacements are an unavoidable reality. She argues that regardless of what we believe is moral or right, this change will happen. She warns that many people will lose their traditional jobs to AI and technology. If companies see cost savings by using AI and technology to enhance their services, they will ask employees to leave. A World Economic Forum report in 2023 found that nearly 23% of all jobs globally will change in the next 5 years due to AI and other macroeconomic trends. While 69 million jobs are expected to be created, 83 million jobs could be eliminated, leading to a net decrease of 2%. These are not small numbers. We are talking about a significant reshaping of the global workforce. McEwen from Gartner believes companies, especially tech companies, will be looking for ways to use AI to reduce their workforces over time. He anticipates the emergence of companies that can substantially reduce their workforce thanks to AI. However, he cautions that most companies would be wise to focus on augmenting their workforce with AI rather than replacing them. This is a critical distinction. Are companies using AI to empower their employees and make them more efficient, or are they simply looking for ways to cut costs by eliminating jobs? The answer to this question will determine the future of work in the age of AI. Let's dive into the technical side. CrowdStrike, like many cybersecurity firms, leverages machine learning extensively. Specifically, they use techniques like anomaly detection to identify suspicious behavior on networks. This involves training models on vast datasets of normal network activity and then flagging deviations from that norm. With advancements in deep learning and neural networks, these models are becoming increasingly sophisticated. They can now detect subtle patterns that humans might miss, leading to faster and more accurate threat detection. This ties directly into the job cuts. If an AI can analyze network traffic faster and more accurately than a human analyst, what happens to the human analyst job? This application of AI can be viewed within the context of algorithmic efficiency, a concept explored by researchers like Domingos in A Few Useful Things to Know About Machine Learning. Domingos, p. 2012. A Few Useful Things to Know About Machine Learning. Communications of the ACM, 55, 10, 78-87. Another key area is automation. AI-powered automation can handle many of the routine tasks that cybersecurity professionals used to do manually. For example, responding to common security alerts, patching vulnerabilities, and even generating threat intelligence reports can now be automated. This frees up human analysts to focus on more complex and strategic tasks, but it also reduces the need for large teams of analysts. This type of automation is often implemented using technologies like security orchestration, automation, and response (SOAR) platforms. SOAR platforms can integrate with various security tools and automate workflows to streamline incident response. But remember, automation isn't a magic bullet. It requires careful planning, implementation, and ongoing maintenance. And it's only as good as the data it's trained on. Finally, natural language processing, NLP, is playing an increasingly important role in cybersecurity. NLP can be used to analyze large volumes of text data, such as security logs, threat intelligence reports, and social media feeds, to identify emerging threats and trends. For example, NLP can be used to detect phishing emails, identify malware campaigns, and even predict future attacks. This is particularly useful for understanding the intent and tactics of threat actors. With the rise of large language models like GPT-4, NLP capabilities are becoming even more powerful. However, it's important to remember that NLP models are not perfect. They can be fooled by adversarial attacks, and they can also be biased based on the data they're trained on. It's crucial to use NLP tools responsibly and ethically. Now, let's consider a different perspective. Some argue that these job cuts aren't necessarily a bad thing for the cybersecurity industry as a whole. They believe that AI will free up human analysts to focus on higher-level tasks, such as threat hunting, incident response, and security architecture. This could lead to a more skilled and specialized cybersecurity workforce, better equipped to defend against increasingly sophisticated attacks. This view suggests that AI will augment human capabilities, rather than replace them entirely. The key is to invest in training and education to ensure that cybersecurity professionals have the skills they need to work alongside AI. This also assumes that the cybersecurity skills gap can be closed. If there aren't enough qualified people, even with AI augmentation, companies will still struggle. On the other hand, many worry that these job cuts are just the beginning. They fear that AI will continue to automate more and more cybersecurity tasks, leading to a significant reduction in the workforce. This could have a devastating impact on individuals, families, and communities. It could also lead to a decline in the overall quality of cybersecurity, as companies rely too heavily on AI and neglect the importance of human expertise. This view highlights the potential for AI to exacerbate existing inequalities and create a two-tiered cybersecurity workforce, a small group of highly skilled AI specialists and a large group of unemployed or underemployed cybersecurity professionals. The question becomes, how do we mitigate these risks and ensure that AI benefits everyone? So, how can we tell which of these viewpoints is more accurate? One way is to track the number of cybersecurity jobs over time. If the number of jobs declines significantly, that would suggest that AI is indeed leading to widespread job displacement. Another way is to monitor the skills and qualifications required for cybersecurity jobs. If the demand for higher-level skills increases, while the demand for lower-level skills decreases, that would suggest that AI is changing the nature of cybersecurity work. We can also look at the types of tasks that are being automated by AI. If AI is primarily automating routine and repetitive tasks, that would suggest that it is augmenting human capabilities. But if AI is automating more complex and strategic tasks, that would suggest that it is replacing human expertise. Finally, we can conduct surveys and interviews with cybersecurity professionals to gather their perspectives on the impact of AI. By collecting data from multiple sources, we can get a more complete and accurate picture of what's really happening in the cybersecurity industry. So, what does all of this mean for the future of cybersecurity? It's clear that AI is going to play an increasingly important role in the industry. But whether AI will be a force for good or a force for bad depends on how we choose to use it. If we use AI to augment human capabilities, to empower cybersecurity professionals, and to create a more secure digital world, then AI can be a powerful tool for good. But if we use AI to replace human workers, to cut costs, and to prioritize profits over people, then AI could have devastating consequences. The choice is ours. The CrowdStrike job cuts are a wake-up call. They highlight the potential for AI to disrupt the cybersecurity industry and the need for us to think carefully about how we use this powerful technology. We need to invest in training and education to ensure that cybersecurity professionals have the skills they need to work alongside AI. We need to create policies that protect workers and ensure that the benefits of AI are shared by everyone. And we need to have a serious conversation about the ethical implications of AI and the kind of future we want to create. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you worried about AI taking your job? Or do you think AI will make you a better cybersecurity professional? Let's start a conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the latest AI trends. Thanks for watching.